Okay, I want to make sure that I I need to unmute myself. So this tutorial here, oh, never mind. Hold on. Share screen. I just want to make sure I'm sharing what I'm supposed to be sharing. So, all right. I'm going to do a replay. I think this is on the 13th on a Monday, whatever that 13th is. So that was like the Monday when I think we went down that morning. So let's go talk about what I have here as far as pivot wise. Let me take this. So if you want to do the bot thing, I mean, you could literally do the bot as a guide, right? So if you do the bot, then you do the 32, um, 18, and then this is going to be just the sim and kind of guide you and see if it's long or short, so whatever. So you have all of that activities there. Now, what I want you to pay attention when we open is that we need to see how does it run, right? As far as, okay, let's go look at that. See, it's faster, a little bit faster, so we can get to 9:30. Okay, you need to slow down stuff. So it's 9:21, 9:22. We need to do this slowly. So at this point, you see this blue line right there. I'm hoping that you can see what I'm showing you. Hold on. Okay, this blue thing right here. So at open, at 9:30 open, we are like going higher. So this is like a previous high, all right? Now, you get this inverted doji or a gravestone doji. So here you go. At 9:32, this got to be 9:32. It passes the trend line. So at this point, you want to like go short or right around here, right? I mean, I'm kind of late. I'm just showing you what it is. So let's say, all right, we passes that. Now we are on the VWAP. So let's just say, yes, whatever. So now, it's 9:40. So this one actually shorted on the pivot, so that's why he added that. But here, what I wanted to like to get close on is right here, right on that red, which is the lower MPD bands. That is my target right there from the VWAP to here. You can short here, that's fine, that's a trend line. So whenever you see 32 HMA or 18 HMA crossing the trend line, you short. I just want you to really pay attention to that. There's another stuff going on in here. So this is like, okay, it's 9:50. Normally, you would have form like a second leg or something, or testing the VWAP here to make your ABCD pattern or something like that. So that's what's happening normally. So maybe you'll panic like, oh my God, I'm losing money or whatever, which can happen. Okay. So don't panic. You need to just know that you need to kind of like look and see where's your stop. Oh, no, okay. That's weird. All right, so we're here, right? What I wanted to do is to do this Fibonacci retracement, and I don't know why that is there. honestly. Let's just say it's there. Okay, I'm gonna have to remeasure again. So here's my Fibonacci retracement, low to high. You're gonna have to do just like that. Okay, so I don't know what that is. So one of the bot exited at S1. So I mean, I wanted to exit here anyway from the pivot. Okay, that's the natural thing to do for the pivot. It's programmed like that. But my point is that, oh, it's shorted again because we gone below the S1. Let me close that. Let me show you. So hold on. Here, okay, let me go to drawings. I'm just gonna show you this strategy happens all the time, and I really want you to pay attention on these kind of stuff because it's important. So let me take out 2 because that's the first one. Why? Okay. So for these here, okay, so you see that we have a target of 15,358, and that's right about at S2 right there. So we're going to continue, and you pay attention to the trend line. So this trend line here, indicator, I need to make that a little trend line. This is important. So here you go. So 358, like we are closer, right? So this one, you're supposed to be exiting at the 358. Now, that's where on short, you're supposed to do one in between 1272 to 1618 target, and that's really right by S2. What I want you to pay attention is this blue line right here, because it would change. All right, so that is the trend line. So right now you are at S2. So I normally, so here's the pin bar coming out. This is a 2-minute time frame. All right, so here it's testing that this is gonna be going higher anytime soon, within any time, whatever. So here, this pin bar is significant. I would be going long right there if I wanted to, and then target the S1 here, or even 1272, because that's where we're gonna go early. So let's go do that, just because it already right away. I wanted to catch that red entry right there. You might lose some money a little bit here and there because, you know, we are on the market replay, so you can't really like catch them right away, right? So that's the thing. But this thing, what I want you to pay attention is a W pattern, where I always say all the time. So when you see, if you have Rob's on NinjaTrader, so this is this blue thing that I have, or if anyone had it, that's what it looks like. Okay, so here it will go back and forth. This is like consolidation, where it doesn't really know what it wants to do. We'll test that low or go back higher, but also we'll change this volume profile here. This would change and move this down here a little while after this thing settle down. So I want you to pay attention, because these lines will change like later. That means that there's a low, that it found the low right over there somewhere. So right here, right? So 401. So that would have been my exit right there if I entered this pin bar here on the red bar. That would have been my exit. Okay, that 402 something. So I'm going to exit that and close that up. Then I would wait. So when 1272 come up, I would wait until this makes W. Because I would like to really enter, right around here at the 350 area. So right there, so it even like exceeded on the S1 level or right around here. But the point is, it will go to 1272 for like a return. Return to the mean, close to the VWAP actually. Okay. Anyway, I'm getting things wrong now, but that's how return to the mean happens. So this is like a 1050. So at this time, the market is either, all right, it's Monday, we either go back higher or we don't. So here's your point of control. It got rejected. Okay, so that means that am I going back here to the recent low, which is the low value area? And if it gets rejected, then you wanted to target this first standard deviation line on that if you want to short it. But if you also notice that here, this 32, this is an 18 HMA actually. I use the 32 and 18, but the 18 cross over the MPD band that sometimes I use for the entry on ongoing long. So you see this here, this trend line changes, right? So that means it form another trend that this is going down now. If it goes above that, I would not enter long unless we go past the VWAP. That's supposed to be your actual rule to any trading, just because it's better that way that the bears hover below the VWAP, above the bulls run it, right? So here you go. You have all these here, and here the trend line, if it goes below that, you want to short. Okay, that's just the rule of that. So it's going higher above it, kind of close, but I would not long there. If I'm going to be long, it's going to be like right around here. I want it to be where the support at. So I hope that you understand the point of what I'm trying to do at times, because that's how you can kind of, God, I'm doing this so badly as far as doing this thing. Anyway, hold on. So here's that support on there. So here you go. We are doing this. I would have been shorting that. So this is the 18 HMA right there. On top of that, you have your trend line. And okay, so if you want to short there, you can short there. You target the S2 level. So here, this is like almost like a terminal bar, they call it. So we're gonna wait for like a little while because it's 11:20 here. The pin bar is coming out or whatever, being something that is close to the support, which is right here, right? At the 357 or something. I would have been going long there. I would like to go long like at that area because that's where my line is. That's just how I trade. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I do for all of my trading stuff. But if you want to wait for the 32 HMA to cup it, to go above it, that's fine too. So I mean, I could be wrong too, that this could, stopped out and go below it and go farther down, like can happen, I think that afternoon or whatever that time is, on one of those days. But that, this is a good W pattern right here. So when you have your 18 HMA, so here's that like consolidation here, right? See this bottom, this consolidation here, like in the bottom. So you see it changes the low value area. It became here now. So now, okay, well, yay. now I have an actual target that I can really aim for. So now I wanted to target right here at that trend line, or this VWAP here, or this POC here, or this point of control, kind of like an orange dash. So that's what I'm looking for. If you want to wait for your dot on Rob's or the 32 HME, I'm fine with that, because I don't know if this is going to wiggle around some more, or it looks like it's going to go. So that could try to test it again and then, you know, go higher or go lower, because you can't really like predict what's going to happen. All you can do is, you know, it works a probability that you have been doing in the past, right? So the W pattern, it definitely works 90% of the time. Okay, the ABCD pattern, as far as here, this here, I'll be all over here as far as the VWAP. You see the trend line earlier. If you're gonna repeat this one more time as far as looking at this video, I want you to see it again in your eye, as far as like looking at the trend line, looking at this red dot here. Okay, red, stay, test. All right, sometimes you might go past that. You might have to exit when it goes above the VWAP. I'm so sorry, but that's just the name of the game. You need to exit when it's like, you know, kind of like peeking out of the VWAP if you were short. Okay, this is vice versa if you were long. If it gone below, close to the VWAP, you are exiting out. That's just that. So anyway, I wanted to view this just because he has a good example on, you know, catching bottom here. So here we tested again. So you like, what the heck? I thought, you know, this here, you know, bullish engulfing came up at 2 minutes and still, you know, nothing happens. But anyway, so you're still on the trade. Okay, you're just probably going to wait for a little while until this thing goes higher. If not, you get out of the trade. So that's just that. Okay, if you need to extend a little bit more, let's say make it 12 points on the stop, then do that. Whatever you feel comfortable, or whatever candle you think that, you know, where you're going to stop out. Because sometimes when I say, okay, 10-point stop, but then again, you know, it could be wilding out. I could take another trade if I got stop out, if I think that it might go, you know, higher or something like that. So it's like one of those scenarios. It's sometimes you can't really time your trade per se, because the NASDAQ moves so much, and, you know, your stop is like, okay, am I supposed to be stopping there, or get out of the trade because I got stop out? Do I need to, you know, re-entry? So that's the kind of thing that you need to build into. So, okay, what was my rule? So I did get stop out now, but is the trade still valid to go long? If you said, if it's yes, then you got to make decision, either you enter long on the trade or not. So let's see what happened here. This is taking forever. Okay, so you see what I mean? It did kind of, so you get this blue line right here. That means it's in the bottom. Now it's cupping the trend. So I would be aiming for the VWAP here, or the 441. So let's go see. I mean, we do this all the time. I mean, you know, I told you before in the past, you know, looking at the C, the W pattern. I mean, here's that too, right? So this bullish engulfing here, right there, you could have gotten in long in that trade. You have some bullish engulfing, you have that pin bar there. So that kind of stuff can happen as far as going long. So I hope that this could kind of help you to understand the short and long position, that if you, especially here, like bearish engulfing, 32 18 HMAs like cover, you have the dot there going below the low. So that would be an issue. So you want to make sure like you're exiting that trade. So that kind of stuff. Okay, so here's another thing too. I do not like this kind of bar. If that's if this was my trade, really, I am exiting at this red, this here. I get a second red bar, I'm out. Even here, right here, I'm out of that. Okay, so here that's fine because you know it pull up a little bit. If it was like that, then I would have been out of the trade. Because it's S1 already, you know, normally S2 and then S1 would be like better exit as far as that. So here, it changes the trend line again. So this is probably going to push higher from here. It connected that low there. So this here, there's the BWAP. So that would have been closing the trade. Then if you're willing to short here as far as there, you wanted to wait until this goes lower to be up. I don't know what's going to happen there, but that would be an ideal trade. So this is like the part of the morning afternoon kind of trade. Okay, so here bearish engulfing that, I would have been shorting there. Okay, so that would have been my entry as far as shorting because it went below again. Then it went up, so you would have gotten stop out, and then you want to go long because that can happen, right? Because now it's like, okay, where are you going? So it's an issue of going long or going short. So if you want to wait, you can, but it's like a decision. All right, so it kind of gone below the trend line, so you know that would have been going back to short. So, and you got your dot right there. So here is that in the 32 18 HMA actually gonna go below that unless it changes a route. I don't know. So, and this is in between too, the 1 o'clock 110 120. I don't not like to trade around that time, you know, that's not my cup of tea of trading. So that's just that, just so that's one thing as far as doing the ABCD pattern and the W pattern with trend line in the 32 HMA and how to use it, actually 18 HMA. And this is on Ninja Trader platform, and you can use this at all times. Okay, so this just, you know, how you use the BWAP on your end, use your previous prior day open, high, low, close. You can use those. So use the trend line on your advantage. Is it going higher? Did it break? If it breaks, if the 18 HMA broke that, broke the BWAP, you go long and go with the flow. So there, it's red, it's red, it's red, it's red. You stay on the trade until you get this popping candle like that. Then, you know, even I would wait until I get to this line on first standard deviation right here. That would be my target. So that would be my exit right there. That was the case. Okay, so this here would have been an issue for you. So, okay, I want to go long. All right, yeah, so I would have got stop out there, but did peak, which is, yeah, but you go back to short because it went back below. So that right there, this would have been your entry. This would have been a good entry. Just telling you that, you know, 3 things happening where you want to short. Go below the trend line, your 18 HMA, your BWAP, you know, target your standard deviation right there. And if it got above the 18 HMA, you get out. Unless there's a second leg there. I don't know. But anyway, that's just some things that maybe, you know, you can you know, put together with your trading tools. Kind of, you know, just keep in mind, you know, as far as the M pattern and all of that, and the W pattern that happens. All right, so those one of this is actually a big W right here, but it cuts off right on that POC or that VWAP. All right, so all these lines are actually mean something. So those are kind of like the stopping point or the exiting point that I use most of the time. If you have any questions, all right, let me know. Thanks. Bye.